All right. Hi, y'all. Good morning. I'm a little bit late. I had a lot to do this morning. I have a few other things I gotta take care of, but we here. So sorry I'm late. I know I like to get on there early, honestly, but it's all good. We're here. Drop y'all zodiac signs in the chat. It's first come, first serve. That's the order we gonna do it in. All right, we got Sag. All right, I'm just waiting for people to join. We are on all the platforms, so I'm going to give people a chance to join. All right, we got Sag on YouTube. We got Pisces. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Okay, another Pisces. So Sag and Pisces in here pretty strong. If you're watching me on TikTok, by the way, this is going to be up on YouTube. This will be time stamped, all right? So it will be saved. And you will be able to see your sign. Hey, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Capricorn. Okay, I feel like I've been running around. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's age that makes me feel like time just goes by like. I'd be like, oh my God. All right, we got Virgo. That is something that I've been thinking about lately. I recommend people like use your time wisely. Any goals that y'all have, make sure that y'all like immediately start looking into those goals and things like that so you can get it done. Just a little thing that I've been into lately. You guys, Scorpio. Okay, you want the whole zodiac. So Scorpio, Aquarius. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all can put as many as you want. Let me make sure nobody on TikTok put a sign. Okay. Leo, Taurus, and Aries. There's still one missing. Oh, Gemini. Okay, so Gemini is going to be last today. Okay, Aries and Gemini are always kind of last. Thank you. Thank you for posting that. All right, y'all. Good. Congratulations, Amelia. Yeah, I've been like, I don't know where all these ideas came from lately, but I just been doing everything that I've been having a goal to do. Speaking of ideas that I came up with, make sure y'all check out the digital products I added to the store. I have more coming. Y'all know I'm working on the astrology ebook as well. So I'm working on an astrology ebook and then a workbook that pairs with it. And then that way you guys can like learn how to read your birth chart, and it allows you to kind of see what happened on the day of like significant transits, and that'll help you kind of track like a pattern and things like that. So, and I'm actually excited to use that for myself because I should have been came up with something like that. But we got the astrology workbook coming. But right now in my store, I do have a tarot journal for those of you who want to log your own tarot readings. So like when you pull a card, you can like pull it in the morning before work. Hold on, y'all, because that's just annoying. I'm trying to talk. Okay. So so you pull a card like before you go to work or something, begin the day, you write down what the card is. You'll have the digital journal on your phone. It does work on your phone. I do have instructions on how to add it as a bookmark or as an icon on your phone, like an app. And then you'll log whatever goes on throughout the day, and that will help you become familiar with reading tarot on your own and like seeing how the cards kind of resonate for you. So that's one journal that I have. And then I also have the astrology planner that has like the new moons and the full moons throughout the entire year. We're going to have that's up now. It's from September to September 2027. And I will be having those every year for you guys. But it starts at, thank you, Alex. It starts September and it goes on to September 2027. It has all the new moons and the full moons. And it has spaces for you to write like new moon intentions. And it has things for you to write like what was illuminated during a full moon. So it has like really cool stuff in there. Each of the ebooks are about like 100, a little over 100 pages. So it's really, really cool. I love it. Also in the Astro ebook that I'm coming up with in the workbook, you'll be able to put like your own birth chart info and, play around with that. So check that out. That is in the store. And you get an immediate download. So that's in the store. And it pairs with, of course, my deck. So if you guys have not got your decks yet, make sure you do. They're coming out super clear. I love how I'm reading with them. So we have the Oracle and the Tarot deck. They pair together. And you can get a bundle, so you can get both of them, okay? They're 35 each, and you can get both for 60. That is up on the website. I shipped out some decks today, so thank you for the people who supported so far. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want like a nice, new, different type of deck, different images, things like that, make sure y'all check it out. Especially my black folks. It's for any race, but you know, it's hard for us to find a lot of decks that are affordable with our faces on them, okay? So, you know, check it out. But we are going to get started. So if you're new here, the way we do it is you drop your signs. It's first come, first serve. So we do already have all of the signs. All right. So we have all the signs already. In the order that we're going to go in, we got Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Aries, Gemini. I said Taurus twice. Hold on. Somebody's missing. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Libra. Okay, Libra's last. I didn't see anybody put Libra. So the order, repeat it. If you're on TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, this will be up on my YouTube. But you got Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, Gemini, Libra. All right, so I will have this time stamped at the end of the video. And if you miss your sign or whatever, or your sign is later on, you'll be able to, you know, click your sign and go straight to it. All right, let me get rid of Preacher Joshua. We always gotta have a Bible thumper. TikTokers don't get scammed. This is my only page. You can only get readings from my website. I will never DM you to tell you that you need a reading. All right, we ready to get started. I feel like I gave all my disclaimer, all my announcements. Make sure y'all check out the site for all of the spiritual products. I will be coming out with more digital things for you guys. All right, Sages are up first. Uh-oh. Okay, so self-assured popped out, but you know I don't like to keep the cards that are stuck. All right, so what energy should my Sages be in today, or what actions you should take? Energy and actions you should take here, Sages. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, there's something you need to ignore. All right. If you know me, I'm a Sag. I know how to ignore some stuff. All right, so if you're cross-watching for a Sag, they're going to ignore your ass today. All right, let's see. What do you need to ignore, Sagittarius? What do you need to ignore? Y'all know I'll block people quick. What do you need to ignore, Sagittarius? You said immediate follow. Welcome, Winnie. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You need to ignore money outflow. Okay, now let me give this with a disclaimer. Because another thing I'll do is spend some money. So don't, it's saying to ignore money outflow. Okay, so ignore how much something cost. Now, of course, this is with discretion, guys. Like, we're not saying like just go blow the bank or blow your savings or anything like that. But like, one thing for me is with my business and things like that. And I was thinking about this today. Y'all know I used to do art. So I've always done like side hustles. I've always had to do the business part of stuff. And business things do cost money, right? So if there's like costs associated with your career, or if there's costs associated with something, you know, just on any professional level, even if you don't have a side hustle, like say you want to get a new job, you need new suits and things like that, or you know, whatever. Make sure that it's okay for you to spend money for things that are a necessity, things that you have to put money into. So yeah, all right, let's see what else this has to do with. You said you want to drop a bag. I don't know if you should drop a bag on shopping. All right, use discretion with this, please. Do not be in my DMs talking about you told me to spend blah blah. No, I didn't say all that. All right, what do we have to pay money for? Like, what is this situation? And we're going to see what the benefit is of you spending the money here. So, what is this situation? What does it have to deal with? Okay, so it says Libra. You may have to pay for something for a Libra. Some of you, maybe you are, like say you have a Libra child. If you have to do anything that is legal, like maybe you have to pay for, I don't know, some legal fees or legal paperwork, or you may have to pay for something to just make something more professional or legal itself. Like for me, I had to get a PO box so that like my items can legally show up on Google Merchant Center, and in that way, it's like, yeah, I own this business, blah blah blah, right? So online store. So it could be something like that. If you are related to a Libra, like you have a Libra kid and you have to pay for something for them, just go ahead and pay it. What else could this refer to? This can all, I don't know if a Libra gave you advice about money spending. So we'll just clarify. So what's going to be the outcome for you just paying for what you need to pay for here? So you could be worried about how much something costs. I'm also getting to, I do just the way I'm looking at this, just make sure that there is not a cheaper option. All right. Sometimes there are things that you want to do and there is a cheaper way or a more cost efficient way or even a free way to do it. Like for me, I had, and y'all know I like to give examples. I know everybody's going through something different, but just on my online store with like the digital products, they have a thing where you can encrypt your product, put a like a stamp on it, make sure that you know each person has their own copy or whatever. There was a free version to do that, and it was a version that was $20. And I was able to get the free version, and it did way more. So make sure you do research on something that you have to pay for. Oh, bar dues. That makes sense. Yeah, the justice system. Yeah, if you gotta pay for it, if it's stuff like that, just go ahead and pay for it. Because I mean, I feel like if it's giving you this advice, that means that this is something beneficial. All right. Oh, your daughter's a Libra. You guys school shop. Yep. If they're also guys, if you are a Sag with like maybe you're a Libra rising, because I know somebody on here is a Libra rising. If it's something like that, that could be like putting money into your public appearance, your first impression. Say you got an interview, go ahead and go get a new suit. You know, go ahead and get a new professional outfit. Go ahead and spend money on getting your hair done if you need to. So let's see what else. What will be the benefit here? This can be investing in something. Maybe you want to do investments. Let's see. What will be the result of you ignoring this for you or the benefit? And then we'll get cards. Interest. So the result, you have contemplate and an authority. Let me get one more. Okay, desire. All right. So I feel like this is something that you want to do. It goes with literally your desires, so you will have to probably pay for it. Okay, we're going to clarify what else this is. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards for you guys. Also, what I would say is if you don't want to pay for something, think about whether or not you truly desire it. If it is something professional, things like that. All right, so there's the Knight of Wands, Ten of Swords. Okay, you got the Hierophant, Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and then there's Three of Wands. Okay, so it looks like there's some money coming to you, and I want to be careful how I word that because I know a lot of people, there's a lot of readers that will say those things, but I feel like you're due a payment. It looks like something is actually due here. All right, some of you, if you're dealing with a Taurus may give you some money or somebody that you're legally tied to. But I feel like the money will come back to you. It will be presented to you. All right, so we're going to clarify that. I do see the World in in the Three of Wands here. All right, so something actually in your case is coming back to you. That's very interesting. Let's see what else the Libra energy is really quick. And then we'll see what the outcome here is for you. Okay, so you have the Hermit. Okay, the High Priestess and then the Knight of Swords. So I feel like with the Hermit and the High Priestess, this is something that you've already experienced. You know that you can afford it, or you know that there is a benefit to paying for this item or this situation. All right. Okay, you got the Judgment. Damn, the Temperance. Wow, that's very specific. Now, Libra energy can be the Knight of Swords. If there is anything, like I said, I don't know if a Libra gave you any advice when it came to money spending or anything like that. You might want to think back to that time. All right, so what will be the outcome of you? I feel like too, there you follow your intuition and you change your mind with the Knight of Swords, and then you realize later, oh yeah, I could have just paid for that up front, or I should just paid for it earlier. Um, Again, like I said, like today I had to get my PO box, but you know that way the crazies don't know where I live. Okay, so that is what it is, and it works for my business. All right, so what's the outcome for you putting money into this? Now, again, like I said, y'all, I'm not telling y'all to don't go risk your savings or anything like that. So the outcome is the Tower. So this is going to shift your perspective. It does have, that's interesting how those came out. All right, we're going to clarify that. So this is going to be a shift in how you view spending, or what you view spending your money on. Okay, I just saw the intuition card when I cut the deck. Let's see. So what is the norm, or like the normal perspective on this? Of course, it must have to do with money saving or something. Okay, so the norm is observe. Okay, maybe to keep looking into something. What are you going to realize here after this? Okay, yeah, commit. So I feel like it's a part of something that'll make it more stable. It's better for you to focus on it here. You got worry, repetitive cycle, and then community and professionalism. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, it's about something looking more professional. Maybe something being more stable. All right. Even if, you know, you got to get your kids school supplies, school clothes, things like that. You know, send them to school looking good. You can, if you can afford it, you can get some cheap stuff. Okay. Y'all know I'm the Shein queen. Okay. Y'all can get some cheap school clothes off Shein. Check it out. But yes, so that's your reading, Sagittarius. Y'all reading was pretty simple. All right. The signs that came out, I did pull Libra energy and Taurus. All right. So Pisces is next. I love Shein. I stay in some Shein clothes. When I had a corporate job, I had a bunch of suits and dresses off of Shein. They thought I was really styling. I was like, y'all, this is $10. It's okay. I'm telling you, this shirt from Shein. Y'all better look into it. Okay, Pisces. Let's see. Pisces is next. After Pisces, we're doing Cancer. And if you guys like these decks, just a reminder, if you just now joined, they are available in the store, and there is a bundle available. All right, Pisces. So what energy should my Pisces be in? Yep, I'm on YouTube. It started at 7 minutes. Also, guys, on TikTok, my YouTube is the same username. All right, so it's EeshUrHeartOut. No problem. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube. All right, what energy should you be in, Pisces, for yourself? Okay, Cancer. All right, so you would either spend time with a Cancer, think about something with a Cancer, have a conversation with this Cancer. All right, you may have Cancer placements. We're going to see what this Cancer's energy is. Sometimes when I get that, it's about like remembering as well. Cancer is memories. I didn't do Capricorn yet. Cancer is memories, okay? So there could be something that you need to remember from your past, your childhood. But if this is a Cancer, likely it looks like they gave you some advice or something like that, or showed you an example. So this is a person outside of you. What is this person's example here, or what did they advise you to do? Let's see. Okay, they let you know that something was missing. All right, so if you are working on anything, coming up with any ideas, trying to make something work for yourself, they did let you know that something is incomplete. Okay, let's see. So what are we trying to achieve here, Pisces? And then we'll see what's missing. What is the end goal? What are we trying to achieve? Okay, so this is the disrespect card. It means like you may want to find a loophole to something. So there's rules and regulations, you just don't want to follow them. Okay, so So I feel like you're not in a space where you're able to find a loophole yet. But what else is missing here? Or you did not like what they said. Now, controlling flipped out. So if you think you can control a scenario, maybe you think you can control this person, but I'm going to put this back. Let's see. You may not want to hear what this reading is about, but let's see. So what might be missing here, Pisces? Uh-oh. Oh, control. You know what? I'm going to pull. It came out again. Let's keep it. All right, what are you trying? What don't you have control over? There's something that you do not have control over. So there are rules and regulations to something. You've got ground yourself and an indulgence. Okay, this is interesting. So this combo to me, I would say be careful and set boundaries for yourself. Like if you know, right? Like if you know that if you go to the bar, you're going to drink a lot. You know, maybe somebody knows that they have like an indulgence. If you like, this is basically like, you know, you have an indulgence and you know that you cannot try just a little bit. Okay. You're not going to be able to just eat one Pringle. All right. You're not going to be able to just have one drink. So you cannot do that. So I feel like that's what's going on. I don't know if this person has that issue or, but I feel like too that this could be doing something under the influence. Do not do something while you're high, drunk, something like that. It can, I feel like you're not going to be able to control your indulgence, or you maybe get too drunk, or you know, something like that. All right, so I feel like that is the piece of advice here. Let's see, let's get 8 cards. So try to put yourself on a strict like rule system here, whatever that may be. Let's get 8 cards. You know, maybe you start smoking, you smoking every day or something like that. All right, let's see. You may also have Cancer placement. Oh, the Hierophant came back out again. Okay. Yeah, there's the rule. That could be your own boundary, your own standard. Okay. We got the Hierophant, the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the King of Swords. Literally, I feel like you are worried about whether or not you can resist something. Literally. I feel like that is what we are thinking about. Now, there could be a Taurus involved here. All right, but I feel like if this is within yourself, once you set that standard for yourself, your decisions follow. So once you set the standard, there's nothing else that you need to really like do or change there. All right, you got the Knight of Wands, 10 of Swords, you have the 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. So I feel like this has to deal with, this could even be something that makes you sick. Now, there's a lot of people. There could be, if you're around people, you know, of course, you know, you get too drunk. People might see that. All right. You said you had a dream about it? Wow. But yeah, if you get too drunk out in public, people may see you. If this is something dealing with work, like you are not able to do this the way that you think you can. Because I just feel like the energy is you will do too much. I'm also getting to, this may affect, now we just talked about spending in the sad dream, but I feel like this will affect more so income, right? So like, you know, if you're going to a work happy hour and you know you get drunk, don't you drink at that work happy hour. You can be tore up and they're going to be looking at you like you're crazy. Something like that. So just, you know, if it doesn't have to deal with anything, like it could really be like sex, love. It could be anything that you kind of fall into, or anything that you do a lot of. Maybe you sitting on your phone once you on TikTok, you scrolling all day, you don't get nothing done. It could be anything. All right. Let's see what else. What would be the result of you trying to do this? Because I just want to clarify. What will be the result of this for you? It could be weight gain, eating too much. Yeah, conflict. You may, now this could be like, you know, some people are angry drunks. Like you get drunk, you start fighting. You know, they say that white make you fight. So if that's what, you know, if that's you, or you got conflict, yeah, transformation and blockage. Something may even block out like opportunities. I feel like too, I'm also getting your body will start to reject something. All right, if it's something like, yeah, blockage, and then you have obstacles. Okay. All right, so that's pretty simple, Pisces. You said let you put the chips down. Yeah, it could be food, whatever you guys know that you do a lot of. Make sure that you're taking your time with that. All right, Cancer is here now, is next. Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tay Working. All right, y'all. We are going to do Cancer. If you're on TikTok, this is going to be up on YouTube. I be trying to read and talk at the same time, so the words get a little jumbled. Welcome. All right, Cancers. All right, what energy should my Cancers be in here? What is the most important energy for my Cancers to be in? Interesting. Okay, dogmatic. So this is about keeping. So in this case, you may have a trap perspective about something, like you can only see something one way. But if this is your advice, I would keep the perspective that you have. All right. So I would not, don't change your mind on something. Do not change how you view it. Your Cancer, your energy did come out in Pisces reading. So maybe you gave somebody that advice like, hey, you know, be careful. You're going to overindulge, blah, blah, blah. Do not change that perspective. But let's see. I did not. Libra's actually last today. You're the first Libra, but it will be up on my YouTube. All right. So let's see. What is your perspective about here, Cancers? Okay, contemplate. Yeah, no, you're like, no, I gotta think about this first. That was the outcome for Sag. You didn't really come out in there reading today, but yeah, you're like, no, I need to think about this. I need to actually get some more information. I need to read the instructions on something. So yeah, that makes sense. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna rush into something. All right, what else do you need to contemplate about here? What is this situation about? Ooh, yeah, you do need manipulation. You do need to contemplate. All right, so it could be somebody trying to manipulate you, but even if it's not just manipulation, maybe you're trying to come up with an idea on how to create something. All right, so but we going to stick with it being manipulation today because that's why I made that card look like that. Okay, so all right, so manipulation. All right, so what is somebody trying to manipulate? Let's see. Self-assured. Okay. Oh, envy and self-assured fell out. So we're going to clarify that. We'll see if that comes back out. So let's see. What is somebody trying to get you to do here? I feel like, too, you're like, no, I need to think for myself. So the more you think for yourself, the more you contemplate or get more information on something, the less you can be manipulated, right? All right. So what is somebody trying to get you to do or manipulate you into doing possibly? Ooh. Into having faith in something. That's the irony. Somebody's like, no, have faith. This could be spiritual manipulation too. So be careful with that, depending on who this is. But what do they want you to have faith in here, Cancer? They're like, no, just believe me. Just trust me. Or all right, what do they want you to have faith in? Okay, being self-assured. All right, you're like, yeah, that's fine, but I just need to get more information. Okay, so there's something you're like, no, I need to get more information. Looks like a Libra may, okay, there looks like something about a relationship too. So if you're dealing with a relationship. All right, what other information do you need? What else do you need to know here, Cancer? Because somebody's trying to get you to do something before you know what to do or before you have all the pieces to the puzzle. So what other information do you need? Okay, you've got fantasize and be different. So we'll clarify what that means. Maybe you need to figure out like what's going on. Does something really fit in? Okay, there's Cancer. And then you've got emotional attachment. Okay. Now, Cancers do typically are emotionally attached to things because Cancer rules the past and nostalgia. So I feel like this is necessary for you. You're like, yeah, well, if I just jump into something, I need to make sure I'm good on that. Okay, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. I should ask. Let's see. Who's trying to manipulate you? No, Gemini is kind of far down on the list. It's number 11 today. Who's trying to manipulate you here, Cancers? Damn, a whole bunch of people. Okay, so this could be peer pressure. So it's probably peer pressure, or it's, okay, it's just a group of people. Wow. All right. Be people you go to school with, work with. Yeah, no, keep thinking for yourself, Cancer. Do not, that could be why Be Different came out here. So don't get peer pressured, or don't, you know, don't do what everybody else is doing. This is random, but the color blue may be significant. That's very random though. I feel like too, there could, maybe everybody believes in a certain belief system or religious belief system that you just don't believe in right now, or you just need more info. Okay, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Okay, you got the Knight of Pentacles, the Strength, Knight of Cups, Ten of Wands, the 7 of Swords. Okay. The Hermit, the 4 of Pentacles. There's the Temperance. All right, so we got Leo, Virgo, Sagittarius. First of all, we're talking about being different or doing something different than a group. That is perfect energy for Leo and Sag energy. It looks like a Leo is trying to present something here. And then somebody like kind of takes something from them. Like if there's a certain partnership, right? These two people working together, one person is going to take on the burden. Like somebody actually is going to try to steal something or take advantage of somebody or take advantage of you here. The signs that are out, you have Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius. You can notice, I feel like too, from wisdom, the more you, like if you took time, instead of, if you don't rush and make a decision, if you take time and observe something, you will obviously see that something is manipulated. You will obviously see that something is fake. All right. If you don't rush into something, you will know not to do it. Let's see what else. Let me get a card for community here. Okay, you got the King of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, you've got the 2 of Cups and then the Hierophant. This looks like a something where you have to pay to like partner up with people. For some people, this might be like a pyramid scheme, or like maybe there could be like a company of people that are online and they're getting you to like think that you could do something. So you know what this reminds me of? Like I always see on TikTok, like there'll be a bunch of TikToks and it'll be people saying, oh yeah, if you do TikTok shop, you can make this, this, and this. And you go to their page and they got like 200 followers, 500 followers. It's like somebody may have paid them to say that, or like something looks like somebody got paid to say something or paid to do something. And what do they want you to do here? I feel like too, there's something dealing with specifically a woman giving something to a man. Now, Cancer, you are, even if you're a man watching this, you are the feminine sign. So there may be a masculine sign that you have to give something to. Okay, but let's see. So what else are they trying to get you to do here, Cancer? Because you're like, no. And then we'll see what else you have to realize. Okay, there's a chair. They may try to, I feel like somebody just wants you to be included. They want you to show up and be there. They may want you to, maybe they want information on you and you want to keep something to yourself with the Hermit. Yeah, Cancer, I'm also getting too, they want you to teach something. They're like, because that's what they're trying to get you to do, that you're self-assured. Maybe you're just not ready to teach it. Maybe you're not ready to show information on it yet. They're like, yeah, share this. Okay, so what would be the outcome of this for you? Or they want you to cooperate with something. Yeah, you're going to be offended. You're going to be annoyed. This could also be like a group of people that want to hang out and you don't get along with them. You don't fit into that group. Um, you will be upset or angry. Now, I don't know what, or you will realize that you didn't have all the information first. Yeah, you're going to get emotional attachment. You being emotionally attached means that you're going to end up like doing something or rushing into something before you have all the information. You're going to realize that. Do not rush into a decision right now. So somebody's trying to rush you into doing it. I feel like it's going to end up costing you too much money, or like the scenario just will not work out. You just don't feel comfortable, and that's okay. It's okay for you not to feel comfortable somewhere. What would be the benefit for these people? I feel like they want information on you. The benefit. Let me get one more. I feel like somebody either wants information on you, or like you're doing well for yourself independently and they want you to include yourself. I want to clarify that really quick. So what's the benefit for these people here? Oh, controlling. Wow. What do they want to control here? But they need you to be a part of it? Oh, what? Somebody wants you to feel like you have to rush and do something. They're like, no, I want you to rush. I need you to hurry up. I want you to do something. If you are connected to a Capricorn, if this is like a sibling, a parent, anything like that, they want that person to do something. They want to affect that person. Yeah, exactly. Unexpected and incomplete. You're going to realize that you missed something. You're going to realize you didn't have all the information. Somebody may try to trick you into like doing something a little illegal. So just look into that. All right. What is the benefit of you contemplating this? You'll figure out that, you missed information or whatever. Yeah, you got worried, helpful, sadness. I don't think something's not going to be helpful here. You're also going to end up having to pay more to fix something, end up having to pay more for a solution. You know what else I would look into too? Like if there is, say you're trying to like patronize a business or something like that, just because it has a lot of people does not mean it's as successful. Just because I don't know, maybe they have a lot of reviews, or like maybe somebody is popular online, but they don't really have like the best solution. I feel like you would end up having to pay later. So just keep looking, for other options, things like that. But something seems like it's cool, but it's not going to be a good idea here. All right, Cancers, that was your reading. What? Sounds like Carisha and Diddy. What that guy do with anything I just said? That's random. All right. I guess. If you say so. Capricorn is next. What? Okay, let's see what's next. Let me make sure. All right, Capricorn. If you guys are on TikTok, this is on my YouTube too. It is the same username. You'll be able to timestamp. All right, I'm using my own decks. These decks are available in my store if you feel like they resonate with you. I made them very, very simple. Specifically the Oracle deck. Like if you do not read tarot, the Oracle deck is very straightforward, very clear. All right, Capricorns. All right, so what is a card of advice for my Capricorns? No problem. What is a card of advice for the Capricorns here? Okay, Libra. All right, so if Libra gave you a piece of advice, go ahead and take their advice. That's one thing. If you are working with a Libra, you need advice on anything, or you need to choose who to work with, deal with a Libra. All right, but we're going to see what else. Also, y'all know I mentioned that Libra is like our legal system. So if you need to make sure anything is legal, go ahead and do all the legal paperwork for something. Make sure that everything logistical is done, all the administrative tasks are done. All right, I'm also getting to make sure something is balanced. Think about the cause and effect of something. All right, so if you're making a decision, just think about, okay, what's going to be the effect of that. Make sure also that you are balancing maybe the time that you put into something versus another. All right, but if this is a person or energy, what did Libra advise here? Or what maybe a Libra showed you an example that you can learn from? So what was Libra's energy that we need to notice here? Okay, so we got compassion. All right. So Libra has compassion for who? They may have compassion for you, of course, but a blockage? Okay. Oh, danger. All right, now, if there's a Libra that has warned you of anything, they warned you out of compassion. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Or Libra did something out of compassion for you, Capricorns, to stop you from a dangerous situation. What might be dangerous here? Okay, maybe breaking some sort of rules or disrespect, or there could be a person that you're not supposed to disrespect, you're not supposed to go against. Yeah, unpromising. Okay, it looks like an unpromising, maybe a relationship, or it's not a good idea to work with this person, or like I said, if there's anything legal, any rules and regulations, that will not, you can't break that rule or regulation. Interesting. Okay, what else does this have to deal with here? I see we got partnership and compassion, so it must be something loving or relationship. What else does this have to deal with here, Capricorns? Damn. Okay, yeah, worried. What are we worried might be the outcome with danger? Now, danger, I created that card like literally something that can harm you. All right, but what might be the dangerous outcome? What are we worried about? Like they are worried for you. Yeah, conflict. Wow. Okay, somebody's worried about like I feel like this is like abuse, violence. Like this is I feel like too something can just be distracting as well if it's not that deep. But these are really like you got blockage, danger, worried, conflict, unpromising. All right, so let's see. Because what are you trying to do? So I feel like you shouldn't do this. Okay, indulgence. All right. So this is, y'all know what indulgences are. You shouldn't be tempted or, things like that. So I feel like you're going to remember you're also Capricorn. You're going to remember a time where you were dealing with a Gemini and it cost you money in a bad sense. Like you guys were overindulging, maybe together, drinking, smoking, whatever. Maybe you were dating this Gemini. I feel like this relationship is not worth it. This is not a good relationship. You may have experienced this already with somebody in the past. All right, let's get 8 cards. If it's not a Gemini, it could just be somebody around you, near you. Somebody could have, maybe this could be the person themselves that you wanted to be around. Maybe they're like, look, to protect you, Capricorn, I'm not going to do blah, blah, blah. All right. Hey there, welcome, y'all. All right, so let's get 8 cards. It's a lot of y'all today. Welcome. I was worried. I was like, I'm late. I'm not at my regular time. All right, let's get 8 cards for you, Capricorn. So please listen to this warning here. Yeah, this looks like a relationship. Definitely like a love relationship, dating. If it is not that, if you're like, well, I'm not dating anybody, This can be an energy of like just partnering with people, because for the last couple of days Capricorn has had the advice of doing something on their own. All right. I feel like somebody does not maybe not trust the person that you're with. Now, again, if you are single and you're trying to, like, maybe you're trying to work on yourself right now, build something for yourself, you may have seen somebody do this. You may have seen somebody in a relationship or in a love relationship. Somebody in the relationship could be disrespectful. Yeah, you got blockage. There's the Fool, the Empress. There's the Judgment. Yeah. So I feel like somebody is trying to protect you. Yeah, something will definitely cost you money. So I don't know if, yeah, this is not a good idea. What is the, with disrespect here? What are we going against? Like, what is supposed to be happening? Somebody could also just be dealing with somebody who is abusive. This is a crazy, like, these cards are kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. So the rule is the world. Yeah, and then the King of Cups, like self-love, making sure that you are comfortable. What will be the outcome of this issue here for you if you don't, I guess, heed the warning or like pay attention to this, Capricorn? Yep. Something will be too expensive. You'll have to pay too much money. It'll be like I feel, you know what? You're going to look back. That's what I'm getting. Because here's contemplate, right? And you're going to look back and realize, like, wait, while I was doing this, I could have been making money, or while I was indulging with this person. Because I feel like I feel like it could be the person that you want to date that may spend too much money. I feel like they have an indulgence, or maybe just even being around them. That's what they spend their money on. Or like, ladies, like, when you're dating, men drink a lot. I'm not going to say not all men, but some men drink a lot. So it's like, be very careful with who you're with. It's like when you're with them, they want you to drink and things like that. So be careful about that. It's just not a good idea for you to be drinking with this individual. Like, literally, I feel like alcohol leads you to a bad position, or it leads you to be spending a lot of money doing a lot of stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. All right, so Capricorn, your energy is really about heeding that warning. That's what's going on here. Let's see here. All right, so that was Capricorn. We're going to do Virgo next. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. Thank y'all for the follows, too. If you're on TikTok, I'm also up on YouTube, y'all, so you'll be able to see this. All right, Virgos. Virgo is next. It's hot in here. I fixed the air so that I wouldn't get hot. All right, Virgos. What energy should you be in, Virgos? What energy should you be in for yourself? Let's see. Okay, Leo. All right, so you may have to work with a Leo, deal with a Leo, take a Leo's advice, notice something about this Leo, follow after their example. All right, what do you need to notice about a Leo, or what are they going to advise you of? Let's see. Oh, wow. Virgo. They might advise you of yourself. They may give you some constructive criticism, or they may advise you about another Virgo. Wow, that's very specific. Okay. Golden opportunity, we got liar. What's your current energy, Virgo? What are you currently doing? Let's see. Okay, currently it's relocate. So this does not have to be physically relocating. Maybe you are. Maybe you're thinking about moving. But this is like going from just one state, maybe one state of mind, to the next. Okay. What's your starting point? Interesting. Secret. Okay. And then what are you trying? I guess you're trying to put something out there. Yeah, the bright side. Okay, what are you keeping it? So if you're a secret, if it's something is a secret right now, you know, typically when people doing stuff they ain't supposed to be doing, you keep it a secret. But I feel like if you're trying to look at something in a positive light, I would not. I feel like you should not do that. But what were you currently keeping a secret? I'm not going to say what it is, but just for the purposes of the reading. Okay. All right, yeah. You know what this is. You already know what this is. The only way that this would work, Virgo, the thing that you want to do, the only way this would work is if you were able to emotionally detach. If you're not able to emotionally detach, you cannot do this thing. What else are they telling you? What else are they advising about yourself here, Virgos? Yeah, self-care. Somebody's like, take care of yourself, Virgo, put yourself first, things like that. All right, what else does this have to deal with? Somebody's telling you to look out for yourself first. All right, Virgos. I did Sag first. That's up on my YouTube. It's at 7 minutes. And my YouTube is the same username, y'all. All right, so what else is, excuse me, what else does this have to deal with, Virgos? Helping a Capricorn? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, there's a couple ways I could read this. Virgo, there is a private relationship that you had with somebody for some of you. Very specifically, you are dealing, okay, so you were dealing with two people at once. It looks like a Virgo may have been dealing with an Aquarius and a Capricorn. If these are moon signs, whatever your moon sign is, I see a Capricorn, a Gemini, and an Aquarius. So there were, yeah, I feel like I don't know if you should put something out there. I feel like too, you want to help. You may want to literally help a Capricorn, a Gemini, and an Aquarius. If you do not know those signs, you want to help these three people ignore another individual. I ignore an Aries if these are people. If this is like you just want to help the group, you want to help groups of people, you want to help your siblings, you want to help people around you. What are you trying to think? What do you think is the bright side to something? Because it's like you're trying to keep something positive. What do you think is the good outcome here? Yeah, have faith. You might be a partnership. Yeah, you think that something's going to work out. This is not, because that's why your advice is self-care. This may not be the best relationship here for you. I'm also getting you're trying to put something spiritual to this relationship. That is not a good idea. I would not equate this relationship to be spiritual automatically. All right, so let's get, yeah, helpful. You're trying to be generous or kind. I'm going to keep that out. All right, let's get seven more cards here. You know what? The thing that I want to keep a secret, I kind of want to say it out loud. If there was anything that was abusive, you cannot go back there. You cannot have faith in that relationship. All right. Knight of Pentacles. All right, you got the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Emperor, Judgment, Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. You have this is an opportunity for you really to protect yourself. Because what would you be doing out of self-care here? I feel like too, this is not a good idea. I would not, maybe you're thinking about marriage. or if you're already married or something like that, this just is not the best person because of what you're hiding. And I'm not going to go into detail about that. You know what that is. All right, so let's see what else. What would you be doing out of self-care here, Virgos, or taking care of yourself? You want to help someone else. Yeah, wow. All right, that's literally what it is. You kind of already overcame the thing that you're trying to ignore here. Because what do you want to do? It's like you want to help a Capricorn, or you want to help somebody. What's your desired outcome in like trying to make this work? Because something looks kind of bad, honestly. All right, somebody could be flirting with you. Somebody's being very nice. Yeah, I don't see that being the case. What would actually be the outcome here? Yeah, I see you actually working on something that you're going to literally realize that you should have done something by yourself or focused on yourself. Or I feel like, too, the person that you want to help, maybe just they're focused on themselves. Now, Capricorn, their reading was about, I don't know if you're with a Capricorn. I do get Virgo and Capricorn together sometimes. But if that's the person that you're with, they also had the same type of warning. Um, Yeah, what would be the outcome for you if you listen to this Leo and kind of focus on yourself here? Yeah, do it solo. There's something that you need to do alone. Now, if this is not about like a relationship and this is about work, if there's a business or anything like that, the person that you want to partner up with, there would be competition. That would not be a good person to partner up with. All right. So you gotta do it solo. Yeah, speak up, laughter. All right, you have Taurus there, so you may I don't know, but yeah, this is better. Now this, like I said, this is like business wise, something like that. Something needs to be on in your name. A Leo would definitely give that type of advice because they're, they are ego, pride, things like that. So that person is right. Or you may have, like I said, watched that person do something and you're watching them follow an example, or you're learning from what they went through. Okay. I'm also, maybe you think you can have a public partnership because you do have secret. I feel like something needs to stay a secret. I'm also getting yeah, just do it solo. That's what I'm getting there. I feel like there's too much conflict for you. The reason that I don't go in detail, Christina, when I pull like the secret card is because people will watch for other people's zodiac signs. So it's like, if that's what somebody's supposed to be doing and they're not supposed to be sharing that information, then I'm not going to share it on here. Because people do be in people's business, okay? People do be up in people's business. So I don't, if the advice is a secret, we're going to keep it a secret. Because it's something typically that a person will know deep down what they're keeping to themselves and what they're isolating or keeping secret. All right, y'all. Taurus is next. Let's see what Taurus got going on. All right, so Taurus is, what energy should you be in, Taurus is? What energy should my Tauruses be in for themselves? Let's see. Okay, flaunt. All right, so you should be proud of something. You should show something off. All right, make sure, it looks good, things like that. Nope, I didn't do Gemini yet. Gemini's going to be number 11. All right, so what should you show off here, Tauruses? What should you flaunt or show off? Okay, be different. All right. Some of you may have a Cancer placement. All right, so yeah, you can do, a different hairstyle, different outfits, dress differently than other people, okay? All right. What is this situation? What is this situation at hand here? Also, you can be proud of yourself for doing something different than other people. I'm going to clarify what you did differently as well. But what is this solution? I mean, I'm sorry. What is this situation? Okay, helpful. All right. Interesting. Okay. Okay. You got a lot. I'm going through this, but this has a lot to do with professionalism. All right. So, what do people normally do in your scenario here? But the situation's about being helpful. What do people normally do in your situation, Taurus? Hold on. We got to do the TikTok puzzle. Oh, Lordy. All right. Let's see. What do people normally do in your scenario, Taurus? Okay, they normally change, transformation. Maybe they normally transform to fit in. What else are you going to do that is different, or people normally ooh, arrogant. Yeah, you're like, I'm not about to change nothing. You got arrogance and self-care. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna change anything. All right, I feel you. Okay, yeah, I guess people normally transform to fit in, is what I'm getting there. So you got flaunt and arrogance. So a lot about the ego, a lot about being proud of yourself. Some of you may have Leo placements. All right, let's get a cards. Okay, you got the Nine of Cups, the Fool card, Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so you may have received something from a Sagittarius. We told Sag to ignore the money outflow, or ignore money coming into them or something, or ignore money that they are putting into something. One thing that I'm getting is if a Sag had to pay you for something that was, you were happy about that, or I feel like too, something about paying for time. So it's like, okay, I'm going to put this in, I'm going to pay for this, and then that's going to save me some time. All right, let's see what else. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. There's the Ace of Pentacles. There's a Ten of Pentacles. So in this case, somebody is looking back at a time where they spent money here. It looks like the Nine of Cups, but it could be spending money on indulgences. And now they have a new perspective on a new opportunity to work with people. Now, like I said, if this is you and you did something different, you stand out to like a company, or you stand out to the people that you are working with. Let's see. What else do people normally do in transformation here, Tauruses? Okay, we got the Six of Cups. There could be something dealing with children. Wow, Six of Cups to the Five of Swords. All right, and he had the Justice and the Nine of Wands. So I feel like people normally in this scenario change because they feel different. All right, let's see what you're doing in arrogance here. There could be something that people normally do dealing with a Libra. All right, what are you doing in arrogance here, Taurus? Okay, the Devil card. All right, so you could be with that Capricorn. It looks like a Capricorn. Okay, a Capricorn told you to be different. You may have a Capricorn. This could be your parents or a parent. It's like an authority figure instilled this in you. That's interesting. What else are you able to be like kind of proud of or arrogant about? I feel like too, you were able to make your own rules. You're comfortable alone, or like the way that you go about something, your standards or your rules, you're able to be comfortable alone and it works out for you. You don't have to worry about other people, or something dealing with other people does not, you don't care about that. You don't need to like transform to fit into that. Thank you, Darnell. All right, so let's see. Yeah, this is pretty simple, but let's see what the hell. Oh, that's the help. I feel like somebody helped you do this. You're happy somebody helped you. Okay, who was helpful in this case? Or this could be you helping somebody. You're proud that you helped. Yeah, worried. That came out in the Capricorn reading. What was this person worried about? I feel like, okay, there's a couple ways I could read that. Yeah, the bright side in conflict. Yeah. This is tied to the Virgo readings. But basically, literally, it's like, no, you can't. Somebody's like, don't look at the bright side of that, or if you're conflicted with these people, or if you don't get along with these people, don't change who you are. Somebody's trying to look at the bright side of something that could be violent or potentially like harmful. And yeah, there's contemplate. So somebody's like, no, really think about that and think about that scenario there. What did they help you do here, Taurus? Yep, they change your perspective. How did you view your scenario before? You may have thought you had to change, or you may have thought that you need to fit in. So, oh, you felt rejected. So you viewed something as a blockage. What did you feel was blocking you, and what did you feel like it was stopping you from doing? Okay, controlling. Okay. You may think somebody's trying to control you, but they're really, I feel like somebody's trying to help you. What do you feel like they were blocking for you? So you're going to realize that that's not the case. You got solution, Aries, and have faith. Yeah, you're like, I know I don't look at the bright side of this. You're like, no, I need to be like serious about this. All right, how are you going to view this now? So you thought somebody was being controlling, but they're actually really helping you. Yeah, you're going to realize that it was not a good opportunity. Yeah, this was not a good opportunity, so you're going to realize that. Okay. I feel like somebody went through this as well. Somebody went through this, and they're kind of giving you like a backstory. They're teaching you this. All right. Good. You did not fall victim to something. All right. Scorpio is next, y'all. Scorpio is next. Let's see. Let's see what's going on for the Scorpio. Oh, wait, hold on. I done got the cards. We gotta separate the card, y'all. Make sure you guys check out the Oracle deck and the Tarot deck. You can get the bundle as well. Or you can subscribe as a member and you can get 2 decks. You said something remind you of your dad, stubborn butt. All right, Scorpios. Oh, I just saw your card when I cut the deck. All right, Scorpios. Let's start with the Oracle deck for y'all. All right, so what energy should you be in, Scorpios? What's the most important energy for my Scorpios to be in here? Okay, be different as well. All right. So you and Taurus have the same energy. Taurus is your polarity. You said July. I did do Cancer. So I don't, if you're a Cancer, that's at 25 minutes. I did not do, who else in July? Leo. I didn't do Leo yet. All right, so be different, Scorpio. Let's see. People in your scenario, or it could be different than what you typically do, but what do people in your situation normally do here, Scorpios? What do they normally do? Okay, we've got unexpected. Either people are normally shocked, okay, or maybe they're normally unprepared. Okay, we're going to clarify. All right, what are you going to do that is different here? Wait, oh, that was too many cards. It's like 2 or 3 cards. Ugh. You got status quo and sadness. Let's see. So, okay, so what are you going to do that's different? Okay, Libra energy. Pardon me. All right, so this is a person. you're going to work with a Libra. I feel like if it's not a person, you're going to look at the rules and regulations first. Something is not unexpected. I feel like too, if you're talking about like following after an example, you've seen a Libra go through this, or you've seen a Libra do something already. So it's not unexpected. You're not shocked. Or okay, what's typically unexpected here? What occurs for other people? Okay, so something is unexpectedly, you got professionalism. So maybe other people don't realize how much goes into some sort of task here. What are they normally expecting? You could, maybe you're preparing for something in your career. Okay, yeah, this does have something to do with people here. People are normally expecting something from a Leo. We got Leo and controlling. All right, so typically we think that this Leo has control over something. The outcome, there's like something literally mind control, or a Leo is supposed to control a Gemini. Somebody's supposed to be able to like control somebody's perspective and make them ignore something, right? So something's supposed to be able to control how somebody thinks and change their perspective. Or normally a Leo has like perspective over how somebody thinks, but professionalism is going to play a part here. Okay, so if this is coming out for you guys, make sure you look into all the legal things. Okay. What is what's professional here? I don't know what that has to do. That's an odd reading. That's interesting. Okay, ignore. We talked about Sag needing to ignore something. Maybe we talked about them having to pay for something to make it professional. You may have Sag placements, may want to watch that reading. What else does this have to deal with, Scorpio? Okay, having faith. So this could be about spirituality. It could be about prayer. All right. A lot of people in your reading. Let's get 8 cards. Let's see. You said I already did Libra. Oh, no, I didn't. Libra's last. Sorry. Libra's last. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Let's see, Scorpio. You may have to go to court for something, or something is legal. All right, you got the Emperor, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Wands. All right, so it looks like a Aries is trying to approach an attractive woman, or not like a fire sign. Okay, it's a Leo. It could be an Aries trying to flirt with a Leo. All right, we got the Three of Cups, or invite them out or something like that. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and then the Four of Cups. So somebody's observing that. Okay, you got the Temperance. You got all the fire signs out. I'm gonna have to clarify this. You got all these fire signs. So you got Aries, Leo, Sag. If this is within yourself, that could be why you have be different. All right, so this is about knowing yourself. So I feel like to you, if this is literally within yourself, you are you're what am I trying to say? You're hyping yourself up, right? These could be affirmations. This could be what this has to deal with have faith. Like this can be about you praying, telling yourself you're beautiful, things like that. I'm just talking on a spiritual level first, and then we'll get to the other like external people. But this is about, making sure that something is positive for you and things like that. But literally I feel like there is a Sagittarius that observed, if we're talking about people, there's a Sag that observes something between an Aries and a Leo. Or there's a woman who observed how like a man treated women or something like that, or a man is approaching this woman. All right, we're going to figure out where you are here. Because that's what I'm getting. Normally, we expect a Leo to be able to control somebody's perspective or control the way that they think. What does this Leo normally have control over here with the Strength card? Okay, like your emotions, the King of Cups. So somebody's saying, somebody is able to block out somebody's intuition normally, or something, or an element is able to block out somebody's intuitive gifts by how they view something. So I always say that intuition versus perspective is very different, right? So intuition is something that's beneath the surface. And I'll give you an example. Like Sagittarius's reading was about they should ignore how much something costs, right? Normally, logically, people worry about money. That's one of our number one worries, right? But intuitively, when we're doing a reading, it's like, okay, no, you can go ahead and invest in your business, or you can go ahead and invest in something. It's like something you have to pay for, basically. Um, what else is intuition telling us to do here? I feel like normally it looks like a Leo is able to get somebody to ignore that or something. Okay, so intuitively we know a situation that will work out. 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Let's just clarify a little bit for you. What else do we know intuitively here about what to do? And I'm going to figure out what all these people have to do with anything. Okay, Pisces and incomplete. Interesting. So we know that something is missing. We talked about that in the Pisces reading. We intuitively know something is missing, or that there is more information that we need to get. Okay. And it does look like it has something to do with professionalism. So looks like something is going to become professional. You have a lot of other signs here. So what are you going to do? Oh, let me clarify. What are you going to do to be different here, Scorpios, for yourself? Oh, wait. There's an oracle card in that deck. What else are you going to do here? Okay, you got the 8 of Swords. There's the Tower. Okay, the Chariot, and then the Hierophant. So you're going to change your perspective on a Cancer, Taurus. Cancer's reading was about them needing to be different as well, or needing to, they will not be manipulated by a group of people. All right, Taurus's reading was about them flaunting that they're doing something different as well. So you're going to realize that. I feel like too, oh, that's what it is too. So I feel like people feel as though if you fit into a certain group or a certain norm, or you do the same thing as everybody else, the result is supposed to be like some sort of professional outcome here. Like, we're not expecting something to be professional. That's the unexpected outcome. So of course this could be you. What is supposed to be the what's coming off professional here? Yeah, focus. Somebody's going to be surprised about that somebody's actually focused here. Let me write this down real quick. All right, yeah, I mean, somebody is focused. That's all right. What's the outcome of somebody focusing here for themselves? That's what's going to occur. And then we're going to do Aquarius is next. All right, yeah, there's that Cancer. They were like, no, I'm going to keep my focus, or I'm going to stay focused on that. Yeah. I feel like, too, if you are able to have your mind controlled, you will be manipulated into having compassion for somebody that could be harmful, abusive, harmful to yourself or something like that. It's like somebody's being taught to be compassionate to somebody that doesn't like them. Like, have love for your enemy or something stupid. This is definitely like an abusive relationship. All right, but I feel like that, I don't know what, that could be in the workplace too. That could definitely be in the workplace. All right, so let's see. Thank you. The deck is available in my store, y'all. All right, so let's see. What is the outcome? Oh, I'm surprised they retracted that message. They normally leave that up there. All right, yeah, you've got encouragement and detachment. All right, you may be encouraged to be detached from a Taurus. All right, that was Scorpio. All right, y'all. Aquarius is next. I wonder what made him retract his racist statement. They normally leave it up. All right, let's see. I wonder if they'll come back again. Check out the deck in the store, y'all. If you join as a member on YouTube, you get both decks. I do have a bundle on the site as well, so you can get a bundle deal. All right, Aquarius. So far, guys, just to let you know, we did Sag, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius. I'm sorry, we're about to do Aquarius, and then Leo, Aries, Gemini, Libra. Okay. So if you're on TikTok, this is up on my YouTube. It's time stamped. All right. What energy should you be in, Aquarius, for yourself? Let's see. Two of these flipped. We got solution and professionalism. All right. So I'm going to put these back. I don't normally keep flipped cards. But I feel like if you have an issue, you need to go see a professional. This is not something that you should do on your own. You may literally need to go to a doctor. Like if there is a, excuse me, y'all, if there is like an ailment, this would not be the time to try to do something holistic. You actually may need like actual medication, actual doctor, things like that. But if you need to fix something, go to a professional for it, okay? I did Virgo back at 48 minutes. Let's see. All right, what other energy should you be in, Aquarius? What energy should you be in here? Okay, perspective. All right, so you may need to look at something differently. Keep an open mind. What are you observing? What is the solution? I mean, the situation. I keep mixing those up today. What is the situation, Aquarius? You guys do kind of rule like a forward thinking, the overall perspective. You're the last air sign. So the situation is desires. Okay. All right, so desire, is this something that you maybe actually desire? Let's figure it out. A perspective on desires. It could be maybe different people want different things. In this case, what is the desire? It could be sexual as well, but what is the desire here? Okay, be different. Now, Scorpio and Cancer had that, so I don't know if somebody that's their advice though. That does not mean they are already in that energy. That's their advice, but literally the desire to be different. Okay, so how do you currently view that? You view it as disrespect. All right, so you feel like somebody's desire to be different, they're breaking the rules, they're being disrespectful, they're going against the grain. All right. What does everybody do that this person does not do? That's kind of ironic because Aquarius actually rules unique identities, but you guys are Saturn ruled, so all right. But what is the norm that you want somebody to follow or you think somebody should follow? Repetitive cycle. So okay, so either there's a routine. It's okay, so everybody does this. Everybody does this, or there's a routine. Maybe you feel like somebody is breaking a routine. They're not doing something at the same time every day. What is the repetitive cycle that everybody else is doing? This could be something traditional. It can be family tradition. Let's see. Conflict. So the repetitive cycle is fighting or arguing. There you go right there. So either normally you feel like people fight with you or they have a conflict with you. I'll pull your card back up. All right, normally people fight or argue, like that's the tradition. That's okay. Maybe you do expect somebody to argue with you. They're not arguing anymore. You know, some people take that as a form of like you don't care anymore because you don't argue for something or you don't fight for something. Maybe there's like gossip. Somebody normally gossips or something. Okay. All right. So, okay, Empress. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, the fees are bad on those. All right. So if you were to open up your mind, how would you view this? This is Aquarius. If you were to open your mind, how would you view this, Aquarius? Okay, something is incomplete. What's missing? Yeah, transformation. That's the thing. Something's not changing. Something's repetitive. You look at somebody and you're like, you're just being disrespectful, or that's disrespectful for them wanting to be different. But the repetitive pattern is conflict. That's what's continuously happening. I don't know if we want to. I don't know if we want to do that. What should something transform into? Yeah, it's out of your hands. See that? Okay, so normally, I don't know, people normally fight for something. You're like, why won't you fight for that? Or you should. I feel like at this point, something is outside of somebody's control. It's nothing for. What are they supposed to fight for or compete for? So somebody's like, yeah, I'm not going to fight over that, or I'm not going to compete over that. Is I don't have control over it. Okay. Or something needs to be literally let go, just the way that that looks. We need to let something go that we keep repetitively doing it. So what are we supposed to fight over, or what is the conflict about? Okay, being worried. I can see all the people. That's why I'm looking. Let's see. So we're supposed to keep arguing about being worried. That's what this is. What? That's why somebody's like, yeah, I don't. Why would I worry about that? So I feel like the thing is worrying about things that you literally cannot control. That's what this is about. So you're looking at this person like, because this would be a scenario where somebody is doing everything, I guess, that they can. And it just, why would you keep fighting for something? Why would I worry about something that I cannot control? What things can't you control? Other people. But let's see. So what are we normally worried about that we can't control here? Maybe you feel like that's you. It's just like we can't. Now, if this is a person, it's a Pisces. Like literally. Yeah, Pisces, Virgo, and then you got controlling golden opportunity. So this could be like somebody else has control over. Maybe a Pisces and a Virgo control something. It's like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? What else is the person who's being different doing here? It's like this is their desire. They're just like, I don't want to worry about that, or I literally cannot control that. So this person, they're being honest about it. They're telling you. What else are they being honest about? They're not lying about it. They're just like, look, I can't control this. I have nothing to do with it. But it's like you want them to argue. That's kind of confusing. I'm not going to lie. All right, so they got commit. So it's something that they're focused on. They're like, no, honestly, I do the work first. I finish all the work and then I rest, or I do all the work that needs to be done and then I take a break. Yeah, that's what your reading is. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely see why you might need to change your mind about this, Aquarius, because I feel like you don't realize like the thing that you want somebody to do is like fight, worry. Like that looks straight. This is a pattern. This is you're like, why are you not why are you not stressed? Why are you not worried? Or like that's the pattern. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a cards, Aquarius, to. Okay, you got the Temperance and the Chariot. So it could be something dealing with a Sag and a Cancer. Six of Swords. There's the Tower, King of Pentacles, and the Magician. So in the Cancer reading, I literally told Cancer that they're going to realize that somebody is trying to manipulate them into doing something the same way, and they should not. This is definitely a shift in perspective. I feel like you're getting this from a Sagittarius and a Cancer. So let's see, what is the Sag doing here? They're going to lead you to change your mind. All right, so the Sag Cancer combo, or whoever this is, they could be literally walking away. Like, maybe typically people are conflicted and worried about literal travel, relocating, moving, things like that. What is this person walking away from? Okay, the Four Wands, the Five of Cups. Maybe they made a decision where they regret something or there's some sort of loss. All right, what are they walking towards here? Or they could be walking away from, they could be literally leaving home, relocating, walking away from a partnership. What are they walking towards for themselves? And we'll clarify that with the Oracle too. All right, so they're coming up with a plan. They're getting more information. All right, there's a Nine of Cups in the World card. So they're like, okay, I need to get all the information so that I can start over on something. Yeah, Knight of Swords and in the World. I feel like too, somebody may do something right away. They get all the information. They started from start to finish. The World and the Fool to the World card. So what is the Chariot energy? And then we'll see the Tower. I feel like this is already going to occur because you don't really get it. All right, so the Chariot is looking into different options. They're in the Seven of Cups. That is, they are number 7. So what options are they looking into? They're kind of, they had contemplate. They had contemplate. They were supposed to think differently than the people around them. Yeah, they don't, okay, I don't remember what Scorpio was, but they're thinking about Scorpio energy, or they're watching this Scorpio, or they're kind of confused by them. Let's see. So what else are these people doing that's kind of, because I feel like that's what is the outcome for these two people? I'm assuming is what it is. So contemplating their decisions about professionalism, maybe about career, irony. So yeah, this is going to be ironic. It's definitely going to be something that you don't expect. What's the outcome here for you, Aquarius? I don't know why you... okay. All right, yeah, I pulled Secret. Let's see, what is the normal pattern with conflict? I want to see what does that look like, because that's what I'm confused about. Yeah, it's like you want somebody to argue. Argue for what? Like, what's supposed to be the outcome? I don't know. Yeah, that definitely is perspective. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna I'm gonna keep going. But that's your reading, Aquarius. Please be open-minded, I guess, or because I feel like you don't understand where somebody is coming from, with their desire to be different. I mean, I don't know who wouldn't want to be different from conflict and worry. Who wants to do that? Now, this could be within yourselves, Aquarius. Maybe you have the desire to, like, man, I don't want to, I don't want to be worried. I don't want to be stressed, or I don't want to keep arguing or something like that. But you feel like that's going against like some sort of norm. It's like, who wants to do that, I guess. All right. Let's see. Or worrying, maybe even worrying about competition. Leo is next, y'all. Leo is next. Make sure y'all check out the digital products in the store. I'll be finishing up. Well, I don't know if I'll be finished because I'm not going to rush it. I want it to be correct. But I am working on the astrology ebook and workbook for y'all. All right, so let's see. Because I definitely want it for September. It goes from September to next year. All right, Leos. Oh, y'all need a timestamp. So let me do that. All right, Leos. What energy should you be in, Leos? What energy should you be in here for yourself or action? Okay, so you should keep your same perspective. That is what Cancer had. You do not change your mind. That's interesting because Aquarius and Leo are opposites, but you need to keep the mindset that you have. Do not change your mind. All right, don't change your mind about what? Don't change your perspective. Don't change your mind about what here? Okay, restraint. All right. If you've been holding back from something, go ahead and do that. What are you restraining from? Or actually, how do you view restraint? Maybe you feel like it's restraining too much or something, but how do you currently view restraint or holding back? Okay, professionalism. You feel like something that's professional. All right. You're like, yeah, keep it professional or, all right. What are we restraining ourselves from here, Leo? A liar. Ooh, I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep pulling now. Okay, so first of all, you're like, if I hold back, if I show willpower, that's more professional. Of course, this could be about like, is no need to be, I guess, drinking on the job. I mean, what would or dating, maybe even dating on the job, like something definitely impacts your career or how something looks here. Who is this? Leo? Okay, so what's the liar? Let's see. What is someone lying about? Or you're like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Maybe you're like, yeah, I'm not going to lie on my resume, or I'm not going to falsely represent myself. But what would the lie be here? Do it solo. Okay, maybe you're like, yeah, I didn't do this alone, or I had a group of people helping me, or maybe like lying about something that was completed at work, like I didn't really complete this at work or something like that. So what is the truth? Or I just didn't do it solo. What's the truth here? And wow, okay, yeah, manipulation and then solution. There's perspective is Aquarius. All right. So somebody feels like something they won't, I don't know if this is Aquarius, this is what their perspective was supposed to be, but somebody feels like this is like you will not make money from something. All right, so something seems like you won't make money from it. It'll mess up the professionalism here. So who is the liar to you, Leo? You're like, no, I'm not going to do that. Or, okay, who's the liar to you? Or in your case? Or you just feel like something's not professional? You've got relocate and partnership. Okay, so somebody may want to partner with you and you're just like, no. Or, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Somebody just lied. They said that they did something by themselves. They said they created something alone, but they didn't. They had a partner. So why would somebody lie about that? So yeah, somebody had a partner. They didn't do something alone, or they're with somebody else here, if we're wondering. You're like, yeah, I don't believe that. You did not. What else is somebody trying to say they did alone? I'm curious. And then who did they partner with? Like somebody had help here. So they partnered with somebody who's, I guess, detached. I don't know. Maybe that's why somebody has to lie about it, because they're not really with somebody anymore or something. Maybe they don't want to admit it. Okay. Somebody did not do something alone. They had a partner or they had help. Okay. Let's get 8 cards, Leos. Oh, you're watching me on TV? Oh, I just saw that comment. That's cool. Take a picture of that, actually. I will use that. All right, the Ten of Swords, the Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, the Judgment, Ten of Wands, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands. Okay, yeah, it looks like maybe somebody invested into something. It could be an Aries, the Emperor, Two of Pentacles, and the Judgment. Where are you at here? Who is this? Leo. So how do you already view this? You're like, yeah, I don't believe you. You just don't believe somebody. What are you doing in restraint? I feel like that's, yeah, okay, so the Seven of Pentacles, you could be also really looking at something. You're like, okay, that seems promising, or it did harvest, it did work, but you didn't do it alone. So this could be about like maybe somebody's trying to market something that way, or like maybe trying to convince you to do something solo. And it's like, wait, you didn't really do that alone. I mean, there's a lot of instances you could look at that. Like, it's like, yeah, or like, okay, you didn't really make that money by yourself. You're married, or that's why you have more money, or you have a business partner. I mean, I mean, I don't understand. So why does somebody need to lie about doing something solo or doing something alone? Okay, it looks like it looks better. They may feel like it looks better. We got the High Priestess and the Empress. All right, and then the Temperance. I don't, okay, what else is intuition telling us here? Yeah, okay, incomplete. Yeah, somebody was not able to do something by themselves. What was missing for them to do it alone? Okay, you got the bright side, desire, all right, self-assured. Somebody just they just didn't feel comfortable doing it alone is what I'm getting, or they weren't confident enough. If this has, I mean, it's like, I'm getting two, you got unpromising and money inflow. It's like, wait, did you really go to work? Or, I mean, I hope I'm not telling nobody, because you're holding back from somebody that's lying. If there's supposed to be a partnership or a relationship or something like that, like somebody's dating somebody, they're not at work. So you're like, just on another note, y'all know how y'all date somebody and they be saying they got all these, like they working all these hours, but they broke. Like they're not at work. They like, where's the money? You've been at work all day and night and there's no money. You're dating somebody or you're with somebody or something like that. So I mean, I don't know if that's the case. I'm just saying that. But yeah, somebody had help. So who helped this person? It could have possibly been an Aries with the Emperor coming out. Oh, a Sagittarius help somebody, or what? Oh, a Sag help somebody? Wait, who's up? What? So a Sagittarius partnered, or is somebody partnered with a Sagittarius to get something done? Okay. Interesting. All right, well, what's the outcome for you here, Leos? Okay, we got repetitive cycle. What is the repetitive cycle here? Yeah, controlling. I'm getting controlling a narrative if we're talking about a liar. So something is going to repeat. That is the outcome. What are we controlling here? I feel like it's controlling a narrative. Just keep in mind, like, do not change your perspective because somebody is lying. And you know that. It looks like somebody's trying to control a Cancer or something. Okay. Yes, it's going to happen again. So just keep that in mind. He always has money problems. Yeah, if they got money problems and they talking about they working all these hours, they are not at work. They're dating somebody. They're not at work. All right, that was Leo. We got Aries, Gemini, and Libra. Let me timestamp it for y'all. Again, if you're on TikTok, this is up on YouTube. It's going to be time stamped. All right, Aries. What energy should my Aries be in here? What energy should my Aries be in? Let's see. Okay, professionalism. All right, keep something professional, like, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, look at every step or look into everything that you need to do. All right, what else is this situation at hand here? So make sure something is as professional as possible. Make sure it's presented well. Okay, fantasize. So if there is a goal that you have, all right, make sure that you're doing everything here. Like so I'm getting with professionalism and fantasize. This can be a professional idea, like a side hustle, a business, entrepreneurship. Maybe even if it's not that and you want a job, your resume needs to be professional. You need to be dressed professionally when you go there. You need to have like, you know, maybe go to a professional networking event or something like that. All right, so let's see, what is your intended outcome here, Aries? This could be maybe you need to keep a professional relationship. Oh. Well, I feel like I'm telling on you. I don't know. You want to manipulate something. You may be trying to create something. You're like, I want to manipulate that or I want to create that. Okay, so it looks like something is ironic about that. Let's see. So, well, or you want to create something. I mean, manipulation, let's just put it out there. We're talking about professionalism. Advertisements can be manipulation all the time. Like when you're looking at a food advertisement, that ain't no real burger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to do that, thank you, Kalani. If you want to do something, you're trying to like, maybe you're trying to advertise, maybe you're trying to get people to support something. You got to make sure everything looks professional. It needs to be professionally presented. All right, but let's see. It could be other things. What are you trying? We're going to see what you're trying to manipulate, what you want to turn it into. Let's see. What are you trying to manipulate here? Or make work? Try to keep it positive. People try to manipulate, though. It's all good. Oh, danger. Okay, okay, so we're getting a warning sign here. What are you trying to manipulate something into? Yeah, self-assured. You're trying to make somebody feel confident. Okay, what do you want somebody to feel confident about or okay about? Because I don't know if okay, speaking up. Okay, so somebody feels like something is dangerous if they talk about this. That could be why professionalism is here. Okay, let's see. So what is this person doing instead? Because it's like somebody's going to keep quiet about something or they don't want to talk about it. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if somebody really wants to talk about something. I feel like they're going to stay quiet. I don't think it's a secret. It doesn't look like it's a secret, but okay, well, something needs to be professional. What else will you do with professionalism? What else will you do with professionalism here, Aries? So keep it professional. Okay, yeah, observe. First of all, if this is something that you're trying to accomplish for yourself, you got to look at all the details like before you share it or send it out. What else do you need to notice here? Okay, I don't know if this is the Cancer. The Cancer is supposed to keep their perspective. Cancer and Scorpio were both, no, not Scorpio. I'm sorry. Cancer and, damn, I don't remember. But it was two signs, definitely Cancer. They were supposed to keep their same perspective. All right. I feel like to view your perspective of obstacles and ground yourself. There's a perspective that you have about obstacles in creating something, but this is the thing, right? If you're trying to manipulate something, you do have to be realistic as to whether or not it can even be manipulated. Because if somebody's warning you of something or they don't trust something, I don't know how you're going to get somebody automatically to believe that. Okay, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. I did Capricorn at 39 minutes. Let's get 8 cards, Aries. Okay, you got the Temperance, the Empress, the Three of Cups, the Page of Wands. Okay, there's this, that could be the speak up part, but I mean, that's actually somebody speaking. So I feel like whoever this is, they have the knowledge here with the Temperance, Empress. Looks like they've experienced something. This person can also like literally speak up for women or something like that with the Three of Cups next to it. There's a Chariot. If these are people, I told the Cancer to keep their perspective. Don't change their mind. So maybe a Sag has warned a Cancer. Let's see, you got the Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Pentacles. I literally told Cancer to do something differently. They don't need to be the same as other women, or they don't need to fit in with other women or something like that. This has already been warned, or like somebody has already experienced this. Somebody's like literally like this can, we pulled the danger card. So somebody's like, yeah, this can lead to losses, despair, homelessness, sickness, illness, whatever. Like somebody already knows that. So, all right. So what are you trying to do in the manipulation card real quick? Or like I say, you're trying to create something. So it just depends. But yeah, you got the moon. You may want somebody to look at something differently, or you're trying to, yeah. How does somebody perceive something? Because I don't think they trust it. Yeah, the Five of Swords. It's like you want to change their mind. They're like, nah, I don't know about that. They're like, I don't agree with that. And how do you want somebody to look at it with the moon? You want something to be presented in a different, yeah. You want somebody to look at something like it's a good partnership or like something's good, but they're like, no, I don't think we really get along, or I don't think that's a really good idea. It looks like something could be spiteful. You're like, no, we're friends. Or I don't think, yeah, I feel like too, this perspective comes from a past situation, and I feel like this person has the right to pay attention to this. So what energy should you be in with professionalism? Now, maybe like, because we're pulling that, right? So maybe you're like, oh, we can date and be, we can date people at work, or me and my partner can do something together. You might need to separate business and pleasure, if that's what you're wondering. I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who is a professional. Like if they do something professionally, this type of person is not going to date you. Let's see what else. What else do you need to do in professionalism? Okay, yeah, you got the Two of Pentacles. Because what else are you fantasizing about? Like something's not, you're not, you don't notice something. You might have a dream about something with the Four of Swords and fantasize, or you're meditating. What do you need to notice? There's something that you do not notice about what you're trying to do. Yeah, you don't notice that somebody is observing you. So if this is at work, I will be professional. Like literally, you do not notice. That's why I put this eye here. It's like you're not paying attention that somebody notices something else. This person's paying attention. What are they paying attention to? What do they notice here? The Ace of Wands. Let's see. What does this person notice that it's like you don't realize that they're paying attention to you? Yeah, worried about smooth sailing. So it's almost like if you don't trust that something's going to actually work, how am I going to like trust you? Or so that could be why something needs to be more professional. All right, what's the outcome for you, Aries? And then we're going to do Gemini and Libra. Yeah, you've got indulgence and detached. And there's irony. Yes, this is definitely ironic. So I feel like whatever this is, somebody is able to do something and be detached from it. Like somebody doesn't have like a constant, this is the type of person that doesn't have like a constant addiction, or I don't know, they can indulge in something and not care about it later. All right, you got irony. Okay, that was Aries. Gemini's next. We got Gemini and Libra next, y'all. Or last. And then we're done. And then my members, I really need to do some love and career readings for y'all. But y'all know I am working on the other ebook. So I'm trying to divvy up my time. I really, really want, because once I'm done with the ebook, then I'm just done. I don't have to like do anything else. So that's why I'm trying to get that done and get that up there for you guys. But check out the other ebooks that I was able to work on and finish. All right. Excuse me. I need to do a video on that too, just to show people how to access it, how to download it, save it, all the little cool features that's in it. So I'll probably do a video coming in the next couple of days for that. Okay, Geminis. Oh, wait a second. I did not. I did not separate those cards correctly at all. Okay. At all. I'm glad I did the backs differently, because that would have been a terrible idea there. Okay. That would have been dumb. All right, y'all. Let's see. Thanks for the gift. All right, so what energy should my Geminis be in? What's the most important action or energy for you to be in, Geminis? Let's see. Most important energy or action for you to be in. Let's see. Okay, smooth sailing. So with smooth sailing, take the easiest route right now. Like if something is going easily, do not like switch up. There's nothing that you need to change. Like if something's currently working for you well right now, stay on that path. Don't switch up. Don't be like, oh, I need to try this. I need to do this. Don't do that. Just whatever's already working, don't change it. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why my little throat messing up. What did I eat yesterday? I did have some sugar. I'm getting old. The age really, you cannot just eat stuff, okay? All I had was some Reese cups. All right, anywho. All right, so take the easiest route, Geminis. What's the easiest route for you right now, or the easiest thing for you to do or focus on? Maybe you're wondering if something's going to be bad. Okay, so you got flaunt. Okay. You got encouragement and time. Okay, so yeah, whatever saves you the most time. I'm also getting if whatever you need to focus on, pay attention to how much time you're spending on something. Like if there is an easier solution, do the easier solution. I don't know if you want to have like maybe there's something you want to do where you feel like the bigger obstacle gives you better success, or oh, if I struggled, if I do it the hard way, like I feel like there is an easier way for you to do something here. All right, what else does this have to deal with? I feel like somebody is encouraging you to pay attention to this too. They're like, yeah, just take the easier route, or there was something easier that you're already working on. Maybe you're doing a project or trying to accomplish something. It's fine. I don't see, there's no obstacles here, but what other situation does this have to deal with, or what is this overall? Okay, compassion. Okay. So I'm getting love. All right. So compassion for who or what here? Somebody could be out of compassion, like encouraging you, like, yeah, like maybe they'll give you an idea or something, or give you some sort of advice. What do we have compassion for here? This can be about love, romance, whatever. Compassion for anybody. Compassion for the status quo. That's interesting. And then we got Libra and be different. So yesterday, Gemini, your advice was about you needing to do what other people are doing. You had an energy where you wanted to do something different and that just was not necessary. So that was that. You might want to watch the video from yesterday and then kind of incorporate this now, because it's like understanding why everybody is doing something the same way. I feel like that's an easy solution. It saves time. Or like I wouldn't make something difficult for the group. Like don't make something difficult for the people at work just by trying to be different or anything like that. Or like if there's already a system that's set up, don't try to go against that system or whatever. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Okay, that's interesting. Smooth sailing, literally. Like that's like everybody kind of going in the same direction. So I feel like, and then you have the tower. So it's almost like you don't expect something to be easy. You don't expect to, if you go with the crowd or you go with other people, you don't expect that to be simple, or you don't expect that to be easy. All right, but let's see the tower. Oh wait, that's the wrong. Matter of fact, let me reshuffle. This is Gemini. Let's see. Let's get 6 more cards here. So while this is occurring, okay, we got the Magician, the Ace of Wands, the Devil card, the Sun, the Page of Cups, and then the Temperance. There's a lot of signs out. So the signs that are out right now is the Aries, Capricorn, Aries, Capricorn, Leo, and Sagittarius. So those are the signs that are out. It's almost like you don't expect something to really work. You do inspire a Capricorn to see something clearly. Because of that, you have a lot of people in your what other energy should you be in here, Geminis, with smooth sailing? Okay, you got the 5 of Cups. So you could be a little sad right now, but I feel like in this case that there is a good reason for that. You need to feel that sadness. What would be easier for you to do? And we're going to see what the 5 of Cups is, but what would be easier for you to do here? Gemini, yeah. That's your card. The Lovers and the 9 of Pentacles, and then you have the 9 of Cups. So what do you regret doing? Not considering the group, I'm assuming, with the... Okay, you got the King of Cups, 5 of Swords, but then you got the 6 of Cups. All right. Let's further clarify. But yeah, you're going to make a Capricorn see something very clearly. You're not expecting that, though. This could also deal with a Sagittarius as well. You just don't expect to... Like, something that you're trying to do... Let me clarify this, right? You tried to do something. It didn't work the first time, but you still have the tools to fix it. That inspires a Capricorn Sagittarius to notice something or to pay attention to something. Again, if this is you within yourself, that's what you're going to realize. You're like, oh, shit, okay, I didn't do it right this time. I can do it like this the next time. So what might you regret doing with the 5 of Cups? Or you feel like something, yeah, solution. You thought something was going to solve an issue. You thought something else was the solution. So what was the issue here? So the easiest thing to do, yeah, something's missing. Okay. So what was missing from what you're trying to do? Your plan. It's like you already tried it. So this is like trial and error. What was missing here? Oh, contemplate. You didn't slow down and think about, I feel like, the outcome. So you didn't think about the outcome here. You didn't think about all the ideas. You didn't do research on something. What outcome are you trying to get, Gemini? What are you trying to accomplish here for yourself? You want to control what? Okay, indulgence. Maybe you want to, okay. That could be the 5 of Cups. If this is you, you may want to literally control something that you like indulge in here. Okay, you might have like a money spending thing. Okay, I see Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn is focused. You might want to control drinking, overspending, whatever your indulgences are. So what's missing from that then? You're not slowing down and thinking about it. So what's missing from that? Yeah, you're not paying attention to something. Now, if this is literally like a project, right? You're not paying attention to detail. You just didn't observe something closely. What did you need to notice? That's crazy. These look alike. That was not intentional. All right, so what did you not observe or look into here? You just didn't pay attention to detail. We got Aries, do it solo and community. Now, yesterday, I believe Aries' card of advice was community. They were supposed to do something with their community. Yeah, this is the, are you dealing with an Aries? Because they had manipulation. They're trying to do something too, and that's not working either. But in this case, it's like you didn't follow somebody else's example, or it's like it's already there. Something was very noticeable. Let's see. What did you not observe here for yourself? Okay, I'm getting like the rules and the regulations. There's like laws, regulations. Yeah, I pulled time. I'm also getting to, you didn't realize how long something would take. Maybe you're trying to do something, you're not noticing like the due dates. I feel like too, if you had a goal in mind, you're not paying attention to how long that goal would take itself. Or like, say you, damn, how do I know how to say this? It's like you started to do something, the energy was incomplete. You didn't consider the time, you didn't consider the due date, laws and regulations to something. Because also what you're trying to do is control indulgences. Maybe you need to pay attention to how much time are you spending, drinking. When you get drunk, especially at a certain age, you be asleep the whole day the next day. Whole day gone. So maybe that, I don't know, it just depends on what you're indulging in. Excuse me. So what would make this easier for you? What's smooth sailing for you? So at this point, I feel like you need to look into something. You got Virgo, self-assured, and then worried about repeating a cycle. Okay. Of danger. Yeah. So, I mean, I would definitely pay attention to how much time and effort that you're putting into something before going into it, or it's like you just kind of rushed into something without looking into it, okay? What are we able to notice here? What is this Capricorn energy? What's the devil card doing? Okay, so that, yeah, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, they are focused. All right, so they may be committed to some sort of standard goal here. And what are they committed to? So they're focused. That's why this person cannot be manipulated if that's, but we're going to see. Yeah, we got intuition. Yeah, they know how to block out conflicts. They know how to block out distractions. They're like, no, this is the end goal that I'm going towards. So if you're comparing, that could be why somebody is able to control an indulgence that you're not able to control. But I feel like too, you just don't realize how much time you're spending on something, or how much time something would have cost you that you just kind of jumped into. All right, what's the outcome here for you, Geminis? Okay, you got have faith and you have money inflow and rest. So I mean, you know, if you are worried about money, I feel like in your case, if you just try to calm yourself down, something will work out. But like I said, you're in smooth sailing. So you may just be worried at the moment, but you're not, you know, don't change what you're doing. That could be also the commit card too. All right. So maybe you have a Capricorn placement as a Gemini. So commit and stick to what you're doing. If something that you tried to do did not work before, that's okay. It's going to be trial and error. You just did not pay attention to when something's due. It has to do with time. All right, so you didn't pay attention to when something is due, how long something would take, but it's all good. You know, don't switch off that path. Sometimes, honestly, switching paths and things like that, that costs you more time and more money. If you would just pick something and commit to it and stick to that, it would be an easier route, honestly. Like I know for me, I was like, should I switch and do different things in addition to what I'm doing? And I was like, no, I need to stick to, I like doing this. I like doing this type of stuff. So I was like, let me come up with ideas that stick to this theme or stick to what my business plan already is. So it's stuff like that. Not the 401k. All right, y'all. Libra is last but not least today. So if y'all wonder how we do the order, if you join late, we do it first come, first serve. So when you come in early, your sign is going to be up further on the list. I have a lot of energy today, so everybody got a pretty decent reading. But if you catch me on the wrong day and I'm tired, you want to be early. Because them last sides, I be like, look, I'm struggling. All right. All right, let's see. Libra. All right, Libras. What energy? Ooh, leg itching. All right, what energy should my Libras be in here? What energy should my Libras be in for themselves? Most important energy for you guys. Okay, compassion. All right, so in this case, you need to have compassion for someone. Let's see who. Be caring, nice, generous. I do. She said you'd be like, well, that's your reading. I definitely do. All right, so who do you need to have compassion for, Libra? Let's see. Okay, somebody who's arrogant. Okay. Or you need, so I'm assuming you need to be understanding. So arrogant, dogmatic, and perspective. Okay, and obstacles. Okay. So you need to kind of understand why somebody has this negative perspective or why they view certain things as obstacles. We need to understand. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. What do you need to do out of compassion here? I feel like this is more so understanding. Oh, okay. You're going to have to be honest with somebody. I feel like somebody's too arrogant in this case. That maybe they don't believe that they have any obstacles. It just, I guess. So what is this person doing out of arrogance here? Oh, spending a lot of money. Transformation. Okay, it could be the Aries. What, so somebody's just spending money on something? Okay, you're like, look, I gotta be honest with you. Okay, what are they spending money on? Sag had Libra energy, but their energy was more so they are only supposed to spend money on what they're supposed to spend money on. Like they didn't come out as arrogant. So I don't know if that's them, but what is this person spending money on? This looks like somebody buying expensive things. Okay, a golden opportunity and community. Somebody's spending money to be included with people. What? What would that be? Maybe somebody's dressing up so that they can fit in. They're paying money for expensive clothes. You know that ain't me. That is not this Sagittarius anyway. But somebody's spending money so that they can fit in. They feel like they will have an opportunity with this group. I'm also getting too, maybe somebody's putting a lot of money into something where they are like say somebody had a side business and they're putting a lot of money into like advertising and it won't work. Somebody also looks like they're showing something off, like they're only what? So what does this person want from the community? Let's see. I'm sorry, y'all. Or what opportunity do they think they're going to get? So be honest with somebody. You're like, no. So the opportunity that they think they're going to get is something with a Cancer. Now, Cancer knows to not fit in with the group. They know not to be manipulated, but somebody genuinely thinks they're going to be able to be with a Cancer. Ooh. Or somebody, if this is about looks, maybe somebody's putting, like, spending money on surgery, spending money on clothes, hair, things like that they can't afford. All right, so what is the truth? You're going to have to be honest with this person. What is the truth here? Oh, okay. And we got intuition. Damn, that's a lot of, okay. Intuition, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and restraint and incomplete. So Aquarius, Sag energy, they're like, well, I'm not going to go and jump into that if I don't have all the information, or I'm not going to just put money into something before like something is developed. So these, I don't know if these are the same people. It could be two. There could be one person with these placements, like a Sag and Aquarius placement. But they're restraining from doing something that doesn't make any sense. So what's missing? I'm also getting two Aquarius rules groups of people. So if somebody's spending money thinking that an entire group of people is going to, I don't know, include them in something or something like that, that's not what's going to happen. I'm also getting two, if there's something about being around like different, like when I say different groups, it's like different races, genders, ages. Spending money will not get, spending money on something will not get somebody's attention or get this group's attention. You know what just came to my mind is like when Black people think that just because they're rich, they won't have to deal with like racism, or they think they'll fit in with like a community. You still Black. If that's what this is, I'm just letting you know when it comes down to it, they don't give a damn. Kanye West told y'all, he said, you still a nigga in a coupe. That's what he said. You get it. What he say? You get a Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe. So I don't know. It's like somebody wants to spend money to show off or something. What else is missing here? So if something's missing, we're not going to put money into it or something like that. What else is missing from this? Yeah, okay, we got helpful partnership. So I feel like somebody is not going to help at all. What else is the community supposed to be doing? Or what do they expect people to do or something like that? Triggered and be different. Yeah, I don't know if somebody just wants attention or something like that. Let me see. I'm gonna have to take a note on this. This is interesting. Let's see. You said that's what popped in your head. Shout out to New York. The name is funny, New York. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. So yeah, I feel like too, the honest truth, maybe that something just does not cost a lot of money. There are things that you can do for cheaper, or like there are things you can start doing that don't cost a lot, or like maybe even start little by little. Because like, I don't know. What else does this have to deal with real quick? Because I don't know if this has to deal with like a business or like literally somebody just wanting to fit in. Let's see. What does this have to deal with here? Oh, maybe somebody's being too optimistic. The bright side is encouraging. Yeah, there's the manipulation part. I don't know if an Aries is involved. They came out as that's what they were trying to do. I feel like too, somebody feels like money is a solution or spending money is the solution. And they're trying to be positive about it. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, Page of Cups. We got the Strength, 3 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and then the 10 of Wands. I don't even remember what Leo's reading was, to tell you the truth. But I see somebody is making an offer, like they're asking a question. Somebody's like, hey, like, could you teach me this? Could you show me this? Like, literally, somebody's, I guess this has something to do with a bunch of people. I don't know if something may be like a pyramid scheme or like, because if somebody feels, maybe somebody feels separated from people, they feel like they don't have a lot of support, and the last thing that is missing is money, or like, oh, if I spend money, this, that, and the third will happen, or maybe somebody wants to spend money to fit in. Because I feel like at the end, somebody, I hate to say it like this, but somebody still ends up being alone. Now, Leo energy does rule our pride and ego, so it could be somebody that's being arrogant. And where are you at here, Libra, really quick? All right, you're the Queen of Swords. So honesty, maybe you're going to be very blunt about it. You're letting somebody know, like, no, who is this in arrogance? We got the 4 of Wands. So I don't know if somebody's trying to, now this is just random. I don't know if somebody's trying to get married or throw like a celebration, but they're spending too much on that celebration or on that wedding. There is too much, or it's unnecessary. Yeah, somebody wants to give money. Yeah, literally. Somebody, I don't know if they're trying to pay people thinking that they're going to get support, but that's what this is. It could be like an advertisement or, you know, something like that. It could be like an advertisement. And what is this supposed to give somebody the opportunity to do here? I feel like it looks like somebody literally is just spending money to make something look better. Yeah, it comes, okay, so it definitely comes from a trap perspective. Let's figure that out too, because it's their perspective on obstacles. So I feel like they think that the solution is money or something like that, or spending money on something. What is somebody's trap perspective here that has them doing this? Interesting. Okay, so we got sadness. So maybe they feel like they are alone. We got sadness versus detached. So I don't know if they just feel alone. And what else are you honest about here with this person? What else is your intuition telling you here? And we'll figure out what the community is going to do. All right, yeah, the Devil in the Tower. So it is going to shift their perspective of something that's long-standing. What does the community end up doing or thinking? Like, spending a lot of money does not get you just automatically, like, into a group or something. So we got community. You got the 2 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Somebody may only work with, like, one person, or something can be isolated. Let's see what else. What else does the community end up doing? Again, like if this is like a wedding or something, it's not, I feel like something is not, That's not, yeah. Also, like I said, the outcome being a Cancer, that's not what the Cancer does not care or something like that. They don't care if something's expensive or they don't care how something looks. What else is the community doing here? Okay, yeah, they with contemplate, they're like, I don't know if that's worth it. How do they perceive, I guess, this arrogant person? Because it looks like somebody just wants to be included. Okay, lust. Yeah, I don't know if somebody's literally changing their, like, their, maybe somebody wants surgery. That could be what it is. Like, no bullshit. Like, maybe somebody wants surgery or something, or like somebody's like, yeah, if I, because this is how people are going to view the person. And how are they trying to be viewed by spending all this money? Yeah. See, there's unexpected. Something doesn't. Okay, so also it looks like a Capricorn receives unexpected money here. I feel like the money may also go to somebody that's more professional. I don't remember what Capricorn's reading was at all, but what does Capricorn receive here? It looks like something may go in the Capricorn's favor instead, like a better opportunity. Because see, like, also the outcome was supposed to be Cancer. Capricorn is the opposite. So Cancer and Capricorn energy are polarity. So whatever somebody's trying to do, it goes literally the opposite way. I feel like if somebody's trying to get an opportunity, that Capricorn is going to get it instead. I feel like too, I didn't really pull professionalism, but somebody's just going to view somebody as like sexual. So I don't know I don't know if somebody wants to spend money on their body, something like that, but something needs to be more professional. They may even want like a man to do it instead of a woman, just depends on what it is. All right, but that's your reading, though, Libra. You need to be honest with somebody about that. You're gonna have to give somebody that advice. All right, so let's see. What's the outcome here for you, Libras? Yeah, flaunt. Yeah, have faith. I feel like somebody needs to do something differently than, because it's like, I don't know where somebody got this idea from, but they're only doing it because they think that in the outcome, boom, like, okay, everybody's going to pay attention to me, or everybody's going to like me for this. That's interesting. All right, y'all, that was it. That was it. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Make sure y'all check out the website for the digital products. I will be working on the other digital product ideas I have for you guys, especially those of you that want to read your own tarot. The tarot journal is really, really cool. I'm going to do a couple videos soon about how to use it and the features that it has. And if you don't want to learn tarot and you just want to have a planner, I have the astrology planner as well. So that's up, and it has all the new moons and full moons. And then the Astro workbook, that's going to be real nice. I can't wait. I want to use that myself because it already has like all of the important transits for the whole next year. So that's going to be really dope. And I'm fixing that up for y'all. But thank y'all so much. I appreciate the support as always. Those of you who ordered decks, they are shipped out. Okay. Also, guys, when y'all order things, just please double check the address. I did have to put an order on hold today because the address didn't pop up, but please make sure you're checking that. And yeah, if you join as a member, you get 2 of the decks. If you don't want to join as a member, it's all good. I have the deck bundle. And then for those of you that don't read tarot very easily, the Oracle deck is my best bet, I would say, because it's very, very clear. All right, y'all, and very straightforward. All right, I'm out of here. Thank y'all. Also, remember, when y'all catch me live, y'all can also do the $5 Cash App questions. I forgot to tell y'all that. So next time, and y'all know where to book your readings. And y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.